What's up, YouTube? Right now, 20 years old. I'm gonna show how I got to point A to point B, because you know what? I'm gonna win. Whatever I do in my life, I want to be a champion. I want to be great at it. I want to be the best.
First place, the new AMBF Pros, number 10, Nicholas Ross.
I accomplished what I set myself out to accomplish, and I'm just unbelievably happy.
Son, that means number 29.
I have a story that I want to finish. There's so many points in my life that I can remember in reference to where I got so close, yet I was still so far from the end goal. And I've always reached this point of being complacent with what I've already done and what I currently have. And that has always stopped me from pushing and going further beyond, achieving even more, achieving the full amount of the excellence that I could have gotten out of whatever that experience was at the time. Being older, this is more clear to me than ever. And I feel like with that understanding, I have an opportunity to not only rewrite my wrongs, but finish everything that I've ever started in my life. Not only finish it, but become excellent at it and master whatever my crafts were at the time. I've had a very long-term teenage dream. Obviously, I'm not a teenager, but when I was, the pursuit of physical excellence meant a lot to me. Being a champion on stage was a lot. The ideas. I struggled a lot finding the proper words to express myself and to say how I felt. And I figured out that I can express myself through my actions. And I gravitated towards training and working out. And I was big into anime. And I got encouraged by these larger than life physiques that I was looking at, freaking Goku and the boy Gohan. And I'm like, I can look at those guys. I never was able to achieve that look, but I got close. And at some point in the last couple of years, that dream and that aspiration that I had died. At some point in the last couple years, my ambitions and all the purpose that I had for YouTube died. And I fell so deep into this hole that led me nowhere. And I didn't understand how I could ever get out. I didn't understand what do I need to do now. And I never was able to identify what course of action do I need to take to save myself. And it took me a lot of thinking. It took me a lot of time spending alone by myself to get these answers that I was asking myself in my head. I'm unsettled because I've never actually failed, but I've also never actually finished anything. I've never had an issue with starting anything, but I've always had an issue with seeing the mission through fully and completely with every single thing in my life. As fast as the interest and passion and desires come, they vanish with the wind. And the only way that I can satisfy this urge and this pull that I have in my soul is to do everything that I've ever failed at and actually succeed at it. I need to go back in time in my head and remember why I started. Remember what my purpose was at the time. And from taking the time to think about myself and understand myself from the past, I have been able to figure out who I should be and what I should be doing right now. And I just want to finish my story. I want to finish what I started. I want to get everything done that I was never able to do. A lot of people go through life with this same understanding, but they don't ever understand how to get back to where they were. They don't ever find the passion again, find the drive, find the desire, find the interest to try. And I was falling into that very same category. We all have our moments of waking up. And we all have our moments of truth. And I'm happy that mine came to me. Because I now know that we can never ever live without regret unless we finish everything we've ever started. That is what staying true to yourself means. And that is what having a fulfilling life means. And I want to use this platform, specifically this channel, specifically showing you guys, the audience, what that story is and what that journey is. And I've always played characters on YouTube. I've had multiple channels. You guys know about one. Some of you know about two. There's about 5. I've always played characters, and I've always adjusted my personality to whatever I was doing content-wise at the time. But I never allowed myself to just simply be myself. I never let myself get to the point to where I am showing me. I've never had the confidence. I've never had the motive of just being who I am. It's always been a facade to hide behind who I am. It's always been other versions of myself that I thought was going to be more desirable. And none of those versions of myself ever stuck around long enough for it to stick. Because you can't fake who you are. And you should never try to hide who you are. Over time, I do want to tell my story. And I will tell my story. And I'm not doing this for anybody. I'm not doing this for any amount of money. I'm not doing this for any other reason other than for my own self-fulfillment. I want to get every single thing I need in my life. And I want to make sure that I right every single wrong that I've ever introduced. And I do that one goal at a time. And that is exactly what we're going to do. And like I said, we are going to do it better than anyone has ever done it. We're going to bring a level of realism, a level of expression that I think people are afraid to go that deep to a place to where you are publicly just being you. I don't have any fear. I'm not afraid to show who I am. I don't have any interest to hide myself anymore. And we are going to do just that. If you guys are interested in following me on a more personal level, my Instagram is down below. I've always been active on other platforms. And you can follow me over there. But stick around. And let's all win. This isn't just about me. A lot of people have my story. Maybe in different markets and avenues. But a lot of people are going to understand what I'm saying. because it's very hard to cross the finish line. All you need to know, all you need to identify is that it is never too late. You just have to finish. We are going to finish everything, and we're going to do it the right way. Thank you for watching. If you enjoy, subscribe, like, support the boy. And I'll see you next time.